Project scope management is a crucial aspect of effective project management. It involves defining, documenting, and controlling the work that needs to be done in a project to achieve its objectives. In this comprehensive tutorial by freestudies.in, we will explore the intricacies of project scope management, discuss key concepts, provide practical examples related to digital marketing, and emphasize its significance in ensuring project success. Project scope management refers to the process of defining and controlling what is and is not included in a project. It sets the boundaries of the project by specifying its objectives, deliverables, constraints, assumptions, and acceptance criteria. An effective scope management process is essential to prevent scope creep and ensure that the project remains on track. The scope management process typically involves the following steps. Scope planning. This phase focuses on defining how the project's scope will be defined, validated, and controlled. It includes creating a scope management plan that outlines the approach to managing scope. Scope definition. During this phase, the project manager and stakeholders work together to define the project's objectives, requirements, and deliverables. The result is a detailed project scope statement. Scope verification. This step involves formalizing acceptance of the project's deliverables. Stakeholders review the completed work to ensure it meets the predefined acceptance criteria. Scope control. Scope control is an ongoing process of monitoring and managing changes to the project's scope. It ensures that changes are documented, reviewed, and approved before implementation. Project scope management consists of 5 key processes, each contributing to the effective management of a project's scope. Initiation. The initiation phase is where the project begins. It involves defining the project's objectives, stakeholders, and high-level requirements. The project charter is often created during this phase, providing formal authorization for the project. Planning. The planning phase focuses on developing a comprehensive project management plan, which includes a scope management plan. This plan outlines how scope will be defined, documented, and controlled throughout the project. Definition. During the definition phase, project stakeholders collaborate to create a detailed project scope statement. This statement defines the project's objectives, requirements, deliverables, and acceptance criteria. Verification. Scope verification is the process of formally accepting project deliverables. It ensures that the work meets the predefined acceptance criteria and aligns with the project scope. Control. Scope control is an ongoing process that manages changes to the project's scope. It includes the identification, documentation, review, and approval of scope changes. Effective scope control helps prevent scope creep and ensures the project stays on track. A well-structured project scope management plan is essential to ensure that scope is managed effectively. The plan typically includes the following components. Scope statement. The scope statement defines the project's objectives, deliverables, constraints, and assumptions. It serves as a clear, concise description of what the project will deliver. Scope baseline. The scope baseline includes the project's scope statement, work breakdown structure, WBS, and the WBS dictionary. It provides a basis for evaluating and controlling project scope changes. Scope verification process. The plan outlines the process for verifying project deliverables. It describes how stakeholders will review and accept completed work. Scope control process. The scope control process defines how changes to the project's scope will be identified, documented, reviewed, and approved. It ensures that scope changes are managed systematically. Tools and techniques. The plan identifies the tools and techniques that will be used to manage scope. These may include work breakdown structures, change control systems, and software tools for project management. Let's explore practical examples related to digital marketing to understand how project scope management works in real-life scenarios. Example 1. Digital marketing campaign. Imagine a digital marketing agency taking on a project to create and execute a digital marketing campaign for a client. During the initiation phase, the project manager defines the project's objectives, which include increasing website traffic, generating leads, and improving brand visibility. In the planning phase, a comprehensive project management plan is developed, which includes a scope management plan. The scope management plan outlines how the scope of the digital marketing campaign will be defined, documented, and controlled. It specifies the tools and techniques that will be used to manage scope, such as keyword research tools and content management systems. During the definition phase, the project team collaborates to create a detailed project scope statement. This statement outlines the specific digital marketing tactics to be used, such as content marketing, search engine optimization, SEO, and social media advertising. It also includes acceptance criteria, such as the expected increase in website traffic and lead generation targets. As the digital marketing campaign progresses, scope verification is conducted at various stages. Stakeholders review the completed tasks and deliverables, such as blog posts, social media posts, and ad creatives, to ensure they meet the predefined acceptance criteria. For instance, they verify that blog posts are optimized for relevant keywords and social media posts are engaging. Scope control is an ongoing process to manage changes. If a change request is received, such as the addition of a new social media platform to the campaign, the scope control process is activated. The change is documented, reviewed by relevant stakeholders, and approved before implementation. This ensures that changes are aligned with the project's objectives and do not lead to scope creep. Example 2. Website Redesign Project. In a website redesign project, the initiation phase involves defining the project's objectives, such as improving user experience, increasing page loading speed, and enhancing visual appeal. The project manager collaborates with stakeholders to gather requirements and create a project charter that formally authorizes the project. During the planning phase, a comprehensive project management plan is developed, which includes a scope management plan. The scope management plan outlines the approach to defining, documenting, and controlling project scope. It specifies the tools and techniques that will be used in the process, such as wireframing and prototyping tools. In the definition phase, the project team works to create a detailed project scope statement. This statement outlines the specific features and functionalities of the redesigned website, including a user-friendly navigation menu, responsive design, and improved image optimization. It serves as the basis for the website redesign process. As the website redesign progresses, scope verification occurs at different stages. Stakeholders review the completed components of the website, such as redesigned pages and updated features, to ensure they meet predefined acceptance criteria. For instance, they verify that the website is responsive and loads quickly on various devices. Scope control is an ongoing process to manage changes. If a change request is received, such as adding new interactive features to the website, the scope control process is activated. The change is documented, reviewed by relevant stakeholders, and approved before implementation. This ensures that changes are aligned with the project's objectives and do not lead to scope creep. The role of a project manager in digital marketing encompasses various responsibilities, and one of the critical areas is managing project scope. The scope of a project manager in digital marketing includes defining digital marketing objectives. The project manager collaborates with stakeholders to define clear and achievable objectives for the digital marketing campaign or project. Scope planning. The project manager creates a scope management plan that outlines how project scope will be defined, documented, and controlled in the digital marketing context. Requirements gathering. The project manager plays a central role in gathering and documenting the specific requirements for the digital marketing project, ensuring that they align with the defined scope. Scope verification. The project manager oversees the process of verifying that the completed digital marketing tasks and deliverables meet the acceptance criteria and align with the project's scope. Scope control. The project manager is responsible for managing changes to the digital marketing project scope, ensuring that changes are documented, reviewed, and approved to prevent scope creep. By effectively managing project scope in the dynamic field of digital marketing, project managers can ensure the successful execution of campaigns and projects, meeting client expectations and achieving marketing goals. For further study and resources on project management, you can visit freestudies.in, a platform that offers free tutorials and materials on various subjects, including project management.